real quick.
I don't know if you've been following this. Maybe not. I just realized how white this room is.
That crowd. I just realized that crowd was a little white and a little old. But hey, we keep it rolling.
I mean, it's pop culture. You probably heard about it. I mean, I don't know if you've been watching.
It really depends. My parents haven't heard. I don't have to ask my parents. They know they're Hispanics, but I don't know.
My. What a time to be alive. All right, so Drake and Kendrick, they are rappers, sir. They're rappers. Okay, just I want to make sure everybody.
He got like a Donald Glover type. If you watch it calmly, he kind of got like a Donald Glover vibe to him. I feel like,
and I'm not acting like I know. You might bump Kendrick all the time. You might be a big Pimp a Butterfly fan. You know, I'm just checking. So, Drake and Kendrick's relationship actually goes back way further than people realize, because Drake brought Kendrick with him on tour when Kendrick was like just starting to pop, but Drake was already a big deal, right? And it seemed like they were cool. You see these old interviews, they're in pictures together, they have such nice things to say about each other.
That's right.
And then along the line, something changed. Something happened. And we don't know what that thing is really, but they both started to
control.
Go at each other in small ways. And some people take it all the way back to the control verse.
Yeah, there we go. He knows.
A verse in a song.
He knows.
It was actually a Big Sean song. Big Sean is a rapper, sir. These are.
You gotta make sure. You gotta remind him.
All of these are just names, and I want to make sure that we're all up to speed. So he did a verse on a Big Sean song called Control, but it blew up so much it became Kendrick's verse. It became the Control verse, which is crazy. And in that verse, he went
that's almost one verse.
He said, he called people out by name, you know. And he said, I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you. I'm trying to make sure that your fans don't even love you anymore. They love me so much. I'm coming for a crown. I'm coming for everything.
That's crazy that Kendrick said that.
Just about everybody thought that it was actually pretty dope. It was actually like, okay, hip-hop as a sport. Like hip-hop as, a fun thing, a contest to see who's actually the...
Yeah. That's when it went. That's when hip-hop went from being like... How do you call it before? Like being this, I don't know, like, because everywhere now has the competition, but it felt like it became this something. How do I explain this, right? How the fuck do I explain this, right? He's right. Hold on, let me replay it.
Hip hop as a sport, like hip hop as. Thought that it was actually pretty dope. It was actually like, okay, hip hop as a sport, like hip hop.
Yeah. Before it wasn't sport, it was some like little, I don't know. It was like SoundCloud. You just put your shit and see what happens, right? There was beef, but not a lot of beef. But like nowadays, we see it like as a boxing ring. That's what Kendrick see it as, boxing. Like the fights the best. Whoever comes up top is the clear best. But at the end of the day, they're just fighting because that's their career. But it's nothing personal except for Kendrick. Like, there's some fighters that fuck with each other, but most of the time after the fight, there's always respect. Because you came in the ring with me, you risked your life to fight me. And it could have been any other. It could have been your day, it could have been my day, but it's happened to be my day. So that's what he means by, like, I agree with that. It became a little like a boxing, like, hey, bro, it's all for fun of sports. It's all fun of sports.
As
that was probably a hard way to explain
a fun
it.
thing, a contest to see who's actually the best, because everybody calls themselves the best
on
every song. Eventually, someone has to be the best. Every rapper believes that they're the best, and they say so in their music. A lot like how one city will have several First Baptist churches.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
When you look around, you're like, one of y'all has to actually be first, right? How can y'all even all claim to be first? This is
that's crazy.
Confusing. You know, And so releases the Control verse. Now, this is something, maybe this is where it started. It's where a lot of people say it started, but maybe it was something else. But
I think it was Controller.
to take some sort of issue with the love that Kendrick was getting for that verse, with him being called out, even though he's someone that helped, you know,
the only person who had a problem
Kendrick
with that whole verse
in the beginning.
It's crazy.
But even in interviews, Kendrick explained himself. He said, like, this is a contest to see who's the best. It's all love, right? But Drake has I'm
he
trying to
tried
be
so
fair.
hard.
Drake has a lot of feelings, and you can tell because he has a lot of albums. And there are feelings on every one of those albums. And some people don't have several albums worth of feelings. Some people only have 4 or 5 albums worth of feelings, you know? And some people decide when to let it out, and he just lets it out on a pretty tight schedule, a pretty
that's crazy.
A pretty regimented schedule of release to let out all of his feelings, you know? And he said, he's like, I just didn't like it. It didn't feel sincere. I just didn't vibe with the whole thing. Because then I saw him later and he was all nice to me. Yeah. He said in his interview it was all love. It's just a contest. And then from there they had like a weirdness. And then there's like little things. You can listen to certain songs where Drake seems to be like digging right at Kendrick, but in a way where you have to really look at it and wonder, right? Not saying his name. And then Kendrick even does a little bit of the same. But even after a little bit of this had kicked off, they still worked together 1 or 2 more times, right? Because Drake was on Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick's album, and Kendrick was on Take Care. So there's still at least a professional relationship there to some degree, right? Fast forward a few years, and Drake's really big. And when I say really big, he's like what Bad Bunny is now, he was back then, like top in the world, right? Yeah, everybody wanted to be Drake. Everybody wanted to sing a little bit of Drake. He was #1 on Spotify. Yeah. Every time he released, it was a big deal. And so some people, admittedly, were very jealous of Drake. Yep. You know, there were people who started to go at Drake a little bit. And Drake is a good writer. He may have writers that he works with. He may have... But he's also good. It's like when he's making music, everyone in the room is good. That's. I'm trying to give him his. I'm trying to be objective, and y'all are trying to lean me into way. Yeah,
they are. I like the crowd's perfect. I like he's dead ass trying to say it like that Arrested Development. That show was like, he's actually a good boss, and everybody's like, no, he's actually a good guy. I respect him. Bro, like, he's dead ass saying that, no, he's a good writer. And everybody's laughing, like, no, the fuck he's not. He's a ghost writer. That's hilarious, bro. Because he's actually trying to give him his props, and they all think like he's joking. That's the jokes write themselves sometimes.
But he's good, and so,
the jokes write themselves sometimes.
Meek Mill's a rapper. Sorry, Meek Mill.
Yeah,
because that crazy ass name. I just want to make sure that at that wasn't a name. You don't think this is like punctuation or anything, because the names are going to get weirder as I go, right?
Yeah, it's going to get way weirder.
Meek Mill came at Drake, and Drake,
he don't like that.
Really, truly, even if you hate Drake,
Drake
destroyed Meek Mill.
Yeah,
he destroyed Meek Mill so bad that Meek Mill had to go back to jail just to
and come out
just to level out some of that street cred. Because if you remember, Meek Mill went back to jail for a while on like this weird aspect of probation that they even tried to get changed as a law. So then Meek Mill became this like face of changing incarceration and changing the criminal justice system, everything. Because he had to do something else for a little while because Drake really ate him up. All right.
Yeah. Like you give it, bro. Drake did Meek Mill so badly that motherfucker had to, #1, go to jail. #2, start a whole new character. Bro literally made him do side quests. He literally had to he literally had to remake a new character. Goes in disguise, had to remake a new character, and has to come back in a song with him. Like, going bad It's a good song, but like he was like Drake got caught a body that. Drake caught a body that.
And so more time passes, and there's still not much between Kendrick and Drake in this moment, right?
Yeah.
And then
What
Drake
happens?
gets into it. And I want to be clear because a lot of people sometimes feel bad for Drake in a way that I want to be clear. He does start a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Like, have a little thing in a song
Yeah,
that
he
implies that
does.
your wife is unfaithful, and then
Hey, Drake, man,
when
what
you
doing?
come at him
Drake,
directly,
man, bro.
he's like, "What's with all the hate? I'm all love." It's like,
No. Bro, Drake always be starting. I don't give a fuck, bro. Drake always be fucking starting. He always be starting. Like Drake is what's up, William, bro. That name is funny as hell. William. Bro, let's be honest. We all know Drake. He always be starting shit. Like it's not the way you think. It's not the way where he say, "Yo, you're a bitch," but he be like a little kid sneak dissing you. He's the king of sneak dissing, bro. And what started this? Drake started this. He digs his own fucking grave, right? Number one for being pissy about the Control verse, and then writing the first song. People don't know it. It didn't came from with Future and Metro. It came from J. Cole and Drake in first person shooter mode. Me and Drake, it's like looking at the Spider-Man memes, saying that it's only me and you. Who is the goal? Is it me? Is it me, Aubrey, or K-Dog? But I'm feeling like Muhammad Ali saying that he's the champion. Come on, man. Use your brain. Drake dig his own grave.
The best way I can describe it is that Drake kind of fights like a cat.
That's crazy. Bro, call him Boots and Boots.
Like dogs.
Bro, nah, that's crazy. Bro, call him Boots and Boots, bro. Bro, call him a pussy. No, bro, call him a pussy. That's crazy. Bro, he just called Drake a pussy.
And so, he'll do a little paw and he'll be like, "What's the issue?" And so Drake went at Pusha T.
Yes, he did.
Which was a
we
true
know
mistake.
about that.
This is the thing about
that was a horrible mistake.
People like
that's a horrible mistake, my guy. That we all know. We all know the Pusha Team timeline, bro. We all know why that was a horrible mistake. And you gotta give some sympathy to Drake, cause Drake was probably feel like, "Oh, I'm the man. I just kicked Meek Mill ass. Pusha 2, you next." And as soon as he opened that door, he just dropped to the knees and said, God, why me?" And that's how Adonis was born.
T, right? You don't
That's
want
how
to mess
Adonis
with anyone
was born.
who's actually had a hard life.
Yeah.
Kendrick. Like, Drake grew up in Canada, grew up with, like, it's just, this is my thing.
Middle class.
A lot of people come at Drake for, they come in at a way I don't like. They come at him in this, like, colorism way where it's like, you're not really black because you're half white. I don't roll with any of that. I just truly think...
No, that's crazy. Why someone actually laugh at that, bro? You can hear his laugh. Bro, that's fucking crazy, bro. This crowd do that fuck with Drake, bro. That was a diabolic timing of a laugh.
But you see what I'm talking about. I'm not. Don't try to get me to do something I'm not doing.
Turn, motherfucker.
I'm just saying it's very hard for a rapper to seem hard, right?
Yeah.
When they have not been through what other rappers have been through. Like, it's hard to go hard when everybody knows you had health care.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
Because I'm not saying there aren't hardened criminals in Canada. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that if somebody knows that anytime you were sick, you could call a doctor.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Drake, I just don't like it when Drake say he made it from the bottom. Now I'm here. Bro, Drake made it from the middle class and now we're here after a little long time. Like, that's what, like, Drake did not came from the bottom. He came from the middle and make it to the top. Because, bro, think about it. Drake, he was a child actor. Bro was a child actor. Let's not be serious. Bro was in Degrassi, wherever. Yeah, Degrassi. I pronounce it. I don't know why I pronounced that shit right. But Degrassi, bro, he was a paid actor. Of course, he got bands. He probably wasn't rich, but he was definitely living comfortably.
It just takes a little bit of the wind out of the sails of like, I'll kill you. It's like, yeah, but if I hurt you, you go to a doctor immediately. Like,
He's funny.
So anyway, Kendrick is still off doing his thing, releasing amazing music, but Drake gets into it with Pusha T, which was a mistake because he told Pusha T, he's like, I got more money than you, I got more women than you, I'm more famous than you'll ever be. And then Pusha T said, you have a son.
That's what happened. That's what happened, bro. That's exactly what happened. You have a son that you have been hiding from us. Adonis come out to play is crazy, bro. That's what happened. Oh man. Oh, that's what happened. That's what happened.
He released the fact that Drake had a son,
and with a blackface too.
People didn't know.
Yeah.
On a track that's cover
with his blackface
in blackface.
With blackface. Crazy.
Everything about what Pusha T did to Drake is why you don't get involved with people like Pusha T. You're like.
And bro didn't listen to that advice. Bro didn't listen to that advice. He said, don't mess with people who had a hard life. Bro, it went and then he messed with Kendrick, which we all know he had a hard life because he told us about it, bro. Like, it's just wild. It's wild to me, bro. He just shows he just doesn't listen.
No, a part of me felt bad for Drake. Drake was probably like John at the mouth and everything and didn't know he'd do research. Drake is sitting there like, guys, I thought we were rhyming. I thought we were making music. What is this? So anyway, now Drake perceivably takes care of his son. And
I mean, what Kendrick said he don't, so I don't know.
Whatever. And so fast forward some more, and you would think that Drake had sort of learned his lesson of like, man, I shouldn't throw stones when I might have a lot of kids.
He didn't learn his lesson.
And for his part, I will say this, for his part, every time somebody comes at Drake, he does come at them pretty hard, pretty heavy. Yeah, and he does release music that his fans love, and there are a lot of his fans. I'm saying that's something that I thought about going into this thing, where I was like, he always does really try to like give you something, but what he gives is twofold. What Drake is usually trying to give you that sort of earworm, trying to give you that thing that takes you to a place beyond the beef. So now people will still play back to back and songs that were responses to beefs he's had in the past, just as songs to enjoy, you know?
Like that. Like so that.
This year Drake and J. Cole started, they started doing appearances together. Like J. Cole would pop up at Drake's concert. And J. Cole is also someone who I genuinely believe is one of the most talented, phenomenal, musically inclined artists that I've encountered. I really enjoy his music. I don't know him as a person.
I thought they were imagining to start laughing.
I think he's amazing, right? So he is on a couple of Drake songs after they appeared together last year, and it made me listen to those songs. I was like, oh, J. Cole, okay, because I admittedly I hadn't listened to Drake in a long time because I only have a certain amount of feelings. I feel like I got pretty far. I feel like I listened to several albums, and then at a certain point, I was like, I feel grown. Like
that's crazy. That's crazy. What do you mean by that?
And And anyway, they do a song together, and then they do a song called First Person Shooter.
Yo, so
and
many.
First Person Shooter, they're going back and forth about how great the era is and how great they are. And First Person Shooter is a fantastic song, right?
100%. Amazing
J.
song.
Cole in the song
Yeah.
says,
Yeah.
like, forgive me if I'm getting it wrong, but he says, maybe something like we're the top, top 2, 3, okay. And then he was like, is it Kendrick, is it Aubrey, or me? Because we're the big 3, like we started the league. But right now I feel like Muhammad Ali, right?
Yeah, there we go.
And I guess Kendrick heard that and took it as a personal affront.
Kendrick took it personal.
I wouldn't have felt that. Like if 2 people were like, man, we're the best ever, and Josh is great too, and I wasn't even there, I would be like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, not Kendrick.
But I'm not built like Kendrick.
Yeah, I mean, it's also if people don't know this, it's a rumor. It's a high rumor, but there's some text messages I got leaked. Drake did ask Kendrick to be on first person shooter mode. That's why they were talking about K-Dog, because it would be random out of nowhere just talking about Kendrick, right? So there's a rumor like, oh, Kendrick was supposed to be on the song, but he declined because he was still like, he didn't really fuck with Drake that much. And and J. Cole, my bad, knew that Kendrick didn't fuck with Drake and was still on this song, was still like, oh yeah, he'd go on there. And Kendrick felt some sort of way, like, bro, I don't fuck with Drake. Why would I be on a song? Now you're mentioning my name? Bet. Get the fucking guns on.
And so then later we would also find out that apparently Drake tried to get Kendrick on that track.
Yeah, he knows.
He knew it was coming up, and he didn't want
He
any part of it.
He knew,
And
okay.
then I guess he hated that he was mentioned. So then Metro Boomin and Future are rappers.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That could have been a label name. Yeah. I'm not making fun of you at all. I'm just making sure everybody is up to speed.
He's being
right
W man.
That's all that's happening, right? So
W man
and Future,
man.
they release an album called "We Don't Trust You," and on it is a track called "Like That." Now, "Like That" is where Kendrick does essentially the control effect on this song.
Yeah.
He does a verse that really made me forget it was a song. I don't know what anyone else said on the song.
Yeah, me neither.
Right? And on the song,
neither.
He says, "Fuck the big 3. It's just
Big
right?
me."
Which is also.
Fuck the
I've
big
always
3.
said I want to be the best. I've said it from day one. As soon as people started interviewing me, I said I want to be the best. As soon as people started listening to my music, I said I wanted to be the best. This is not out of character for me. This is the same thing I did 10 years ago, right? So, just for me, if it were me, if I was one of them, if I was Drake and I heard "Fuck the big 3, it's just big me," I also wouldn't take it as a personal affront. Because there were other things in the song where he came at Drake specifically. He didn't really have much for J. Cole. And it just sat for a while. It sat, and everybody was like, ooh, what are Drake and Cole gonna do? And then Cole was actually, I think, the first one to release. He released this song that he's since taken down called 7 Minute Drill, and he went at Kendrick in the song. And then he took it down, and a lot of people clowned him for it, but it's something that I'm not being a revisionist here. I said this when it happened. I was like, I respect the fact that he took it down.
I respect him too.
Because it's not something he really wanted to do.
I respect him too.
And the internet is all gas, no brakes. The internet will get you to mess up your life.
Yeah. Really.
Do you know what I mean? People you don't know are like, I wouldn't take that if I was you. What
instigators, bro. Where's Mark? Bro, I feel, bro, like, personally, if that, as a grown-ass man, I want to take that just to speak, like, bro.
People who really are very safe at home, I wouldn't. If I was you, ooh, I go in his neck. I would. I'd eat him alive if I was you. Do something,
That's
Jermaine.
crazy.
Do it.
Jermaine Cole.
Do it,
Jermaine Cole.
And so he took it
Jermaine
down, and he
Cole.
even said, he's like, I didn't feel like doing it, so it's not even good. I kind of just went at him a little bit, and it's true. In the song, he doesn't even say anything that bad. He's just like, one of your albums was boring.
Yeah.
I won't even say which one.
Yeah.
And then he took it down because he said, I don't know, this felt corny. And I respected the hell out of that. Very few
me too.
men, grown men, famous men, powerful men, very few ever apologize.
Yeah, very few.
Very few ever apologize without being made to, with the threat of losing their money, losing their fame, losing something. Very few men. So I respect that, and people clowned him to no end. But then the actual beef between Drake and Kendrick started, and that was a lot. Because Drake released a song called Push Ups, and he didn't just go with Kendrick, he went at a bunch of people and, implied that Kendrick's wife was unfaithful, that his son might not be his and everything. And people are like, ooh, what's Kendrick gonna do? What's gonna happen, right?
Oh my God.
Then, he releases another song, and this song is AI. This song is Drake with the late Tupac and Snoop Dogg.
Why? Horrible.
Kendrick. And some people had their feelings about that. But then, oof.
Yeah, here it comes.
On a random morning. On a random morning.
On 6:16. I
it
just
was right
woken
about
up.
the time I'm supposed to say my prayers anyway. You know your morning prayers? You thank your God for waking me up this morning, right?
Yeah.
And Kendrick dropped a song called Euphoria. And I think when it happened, a lot of people, including me, was like, oh, this is an actual rap beef now in the way that we have in the 90s. These dudes do not
It's
like
a
each
rap
other.
beef.
And
No,
Kendrick says he hates him in the song. He says,
hates him.
I hate you. He said it a lot. He said, I hate you.
I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you talk. I hate the way.
Ooh, I hate you. Ooh. Ooh, I hate you. Ooh, right?
Oh shit. Oh.
And woof.
Yeah.
It was a lot, right?
It was a lot. He can't hold his laugh.
And then, Drake released. Actually, no, Kendrick released one. He released so many, I actually lost count. So then he released a song that I didn't even get to fully digest because he released, and then Drake released his response. And this was like what Drake had been waiting for. This was like all these, in my opinion, all these years of I was nice to you, and then you came at everybody, including me, and all I'm doing is writing my feelings down in albums and making money. And I just want to be number one. I just want to be the best with feelings. I want to be the best.
And then what happened?
He just took everything that he had, and he put it in a song called Family Matters, right?
One of his best songs. The best song.
And 20 minutes later.
20 minutes later. The real best song of the beef came out.
Meet the Grams.
Meet the fucking Grams.
Was a real
oh my God.
Matters.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, Mr. Adonis. That is Mr. Graham, you're a horrible father. I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you walk. Bro, it's wild because in my opinion, Family Matters is the Drake. Now hear me right. It's Drake best diss song. But it's crazy that I got overshadowed because Kendrick released, in my opinion, the best diss song of this whole fucking diss shit.
16 before, he was like, have you ever thought about the fact that people in your camp are working for me, that everyone hates you so much they feed me information about you, and that there's no way that you're going to win this because I write so many songs, because all I do is hang out with my wife and my kids and I write, right? This is all that I do. I enjoy this. This is my favorite thing to do, is just sit at home and hate you and write songs about you and how much I hate you, so I can go forever. This will never be over. We can chill. We can just go back and forth, and I'll release 20 for every one that you release. You keep saying that's a 1v20, and it is. It's one of you, and it's 20 songs of me every single day until both of us die. This is old black man hate. You got to understand. This doesn't happen. Bro, this doesn't happen with people under 60.
Kendrick literally says it on his rap album that Kanye did his forgiving shit. I'm a Virgo, wherever he said, but that's not me. I'm still my old man hating shit. That's what he dad said.
Almost ever. This is old. This is old.
Bro, that's what he said. He's still on his old man hating
movement hate that he brought to this battle. And Drake was like, guys, I thought we were rhyming. And in Meet the Grams, you know, he laid it down. He started the song by talking to Drake's son.
Yeah. Oh my
Talking
God.
to Drake's son, being like, I'm sorry that's your father.
Yo, I love
That's your
it.
father, because I can tell he's not
I
raising
love
you
Meet
well,
the
because I
Grams.
can tell he's not living a good life and he's not a decent man, okay?
I love
and
Meet
so
the
if you don't
Grams.
understand
I
this right
love
now
that
because you're
song.
6, play it back when you're 18, okay?
Word for word.
He said lots of things. He said things that are illegal. He said Drake was doing things that, you can listen to it. Woof. He even had this effect in the song. At the end of the song, when he's like, he called him a liar several times, and he's like, you lied. I was like, oh, that's too much. And he tells him about himself. He talks to his son, he talks to his dad, he talks to his mom, and then he talks to him directly, right? He also talks to
daughter.
Potentially a daughter that Drake is not taking care of.
Again?
I listened to it, I was like, not again. I feel like
not again.
The first kid, you got to just get all the kids. You got to just have a whole Graham family, just so you know where everybody is. You know?
Meet the Grams.
Go back and forth. Does he have a daughter? Does he not have a daughter? Some people think they've even found the daughter, everything like that. And I don't know. I mean, it's really bad. It's so bad. And honestly, I never wanted it to get to a bad place. This is something I'll talk about this more in the future and everything. But I have a deep love, but a strange relationship with hip hop, because if everything is in music, it's all good. It's when things leave music that things get bad, you know? And so as much as I joke about Drake and I like Kendrick and I've liked some of Drake's songs, I don't actually want them to do anything to each other. You know what I mean?
Of course
now,
not.
if what Kendrick is saying about Drake is true, we should lock Drake up.
Now we should do.
Lock Drake up.
Now we should definitely do that.
What Drake is saying about Kendrick is true, we should lock Kendrick up. All right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's a rap battle, two dudes that hate each other. Maybe they're lying. Who knows? But
Hey, at the end of the day, don't forget, if you take this shit too serious, it's just two middle-aged men writing poems to each other. It's just you can't say that. They're literally writing poems to each other.
I'm just saying, this thing, I didn't want to see anything bad happen to either one of them. But when Meet the Grams got released, I don't know what Drake thinks, and I don't know what his life is like, especially right now. But I think back to those battles and those beefs in the 90s, and I wonder if Drake wasn't like, I'd like to be shot, please. Like if you could just plug me one time, and then we can smooth the thing over. Because then,
oh yeah,
as if Meet the Grams wasn't enough, Kendrick released a song called Not Like Us, which is the catchiest way to call somebody a I've ever heard in my life.
Holy shit.
You be dancing to it forgetting what the song is about. Like,
yeah. OVO. Now
Drake
step
The
this
Heart
way.
Part 6. And I think that's when he lost. I think. Because in The Heart Part 6, he's like, this was all part of my plan. We fed you information about me for you to say, so everything that you said is wrong. And don't you feel dumb now that I tricked you? And it just kind of felt like, you know, like what a kid. Okay, you know, like when you play rock paper scissors, and you do rock. And the other kid does scissors, and you're like, and they're like, no, actually, these are lasers. Ba-pow, 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 ba-pow.
I did that. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, doing that shit.
Drake, if it was part of your plan to feed Kendrick
Why,
information about you for him to rap about very well, by the
exactly.
way. Like, even if those are lies, they do sound good and they sound very true. Even if you fed him all this information about you to rap about, to then look dumb when it was wrong, why'd you send him that stuff? That's the worst stuff you could send somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell him this thing about me that's not true but was true once, and and tell him I'm a thing that no one wants to be.
Exactly. It's crazy. That's what I've been saying from the start. This makes no sense for Drake to say. That was just a Hail Mary for his dick riders to, like, fans could agree. Like, oh, no, he won. No, bro, he has not won. Why would you want people to call you a pedo? Jeffrey Epstein saying, bro, he never mentioned Millie Brown. And he mentioned Millie Brown saying that you have a whole daughter. So pretty much everybody remember the last time your most embarrassing moment. Now your second most embarrassing moment when Pusha T revealed a daughter. I mean, reveal a son that you were hiding from us. Why would you want that relived? Why you want people to? Oh, remember last time Drake got fucked? That's what it is now. It's not. Oh, Drake are smarter than him. No, it's like, oh, remember the last time Drake got fucked? Like, it's so stupid. And of course, his fans gonna eat that shit up.
So now that it's over, because I do hope it's over.
I do. I think it's over. It went quick.
I feel like Drake should just release some songs about some feelings.
And that's what he is. And that's crazy. And that's what he's doing. And that's what he's doing. And that's what he's doing. Bro, he deadass was like, oh fuck, I'm out of here. I'm going to release some summer music. And also that's what fucking Kendrick told him to do. He said, go, yo, Drake, go make some fucking make some songs I can dance to, motherfucker. It's crazy. And we got another Drake video too. I know. I think this is the last